felt like animating again, so that's what I'm doing for now. Uh, this is actually one of my weirder concepts because I was wanting to test something. Um, I actually already have it like pre-baked, so I'm just gonna go ahead and show you. But like before, I actually want to be able to animate this creature, which I'm calling a fairy. But as it animates, it has something else going on with its body proportions, the physics kicking in, and it's because it's a jelly type, and it makes use of a cloth seven. Basically. And really, I just want to make sure it works, like, perfectly. To, like, make sure it does its job while it's being animated. Uh, so that's what my end goal is right now, and that's what I'm gonna focus on. I think I'll just have her do like some simple steps. I need to make sure that her masking doesn't mess up. Nope, it doesn't. Okay, so we're good to go there. I'm actually going to use this bone to do all that work. Uh, Wait, but no, do something slightly different. This is a physics simulation, so I need to make sure that nothing collides with each other in the first 30 seconds. You can do better than that. G, X, 2, 1, 0, 5, maybe 0, 2. G, Z, 1. Yeah, that'll fix it. No, that'll do too much. 0, 1, 2, 0, 3. Okay. And then we just do it to the other side of the match. X, negative 0.2. GZ, 0, 3. And then, yeah, they're both ready to go now. That way, because it has self collisions on too, so that way when it collides into each other, like if any of her body collides into itself, it'll register it instead of clipping through. But if the very first frame sees clipping, then you have problems. So what I do is I actually start at frame 30. Give it time to rest. Turn jelly off for now because literally it's a transparent object anyways. Uh, I like to work in fives when I'm working in a 30 FPS rate when doing simple movements because it's easier to calculate that within the best way I can explain it. So like when you're in a 30 FPS rate, uh, 30 right here, that means that's your first second. 1 second has passed as soon as the marker has reached this 30th frame, and then it's so on and so forth. Once the marker reaches this frame to 60, that's another second passed, and so on and so forth. And there are other programs that calculate this at any other FPS given rate, but Blender's pretty manual about it, so if you change it to like 60 or anything like that, then it's going to be straight to that point as well. At a 60 FPS rate, boom, here's your first second right here. So I like to look at it as like a ruler or a measuring tape. Since this is like the max 1 second, that gives me a lot of measurement to work with here. But so that means I'm going to here, starting from here. So I need to work into this into the first second. I may go past it just because I feel like it, just because realism calls for it, but that's the basic general math principle to watch out for, is from here to here in a 30 FPS rate. That is literally your first second. So here we go. Uh, from here, I'm gonna actually just pose the first step. Why is this so different from mine? I said clear, transform, all. There we go. Um, I say too much. Let's see, should I use this foot or the other foot for? I just pick the first foot. Bring this down some. And then you just want this to come out almost towards its maximum output. Maybe even. Basically, I'm going to show you how to do a walk animation. Not how to start one, but like the basics to like how they normally look. And I'm going to use IK manipulation through Blender to make the steps kind of more followy, like as if her feet are more grounded. That tells me that I do need to lower it some more, or maybe move this up some more. Let's see. So that's set up. I can actually do this real quick. No, that's a terrible idea to teach first. Oops, I went to that teacher. Sorry, y'all. The next part is that since it's a walk animation, let's zoom out. Something feels wrong about that. There we go. That feels more comfortable. It's a walk animation. It takes about, in my opinion, it takes about 20 frames, 10, 20, to do a full step. Oh, I forgot to turn this on. I forgot to mention there's hair dynamics with the hair particle sim going on. Oopsie. So I want to apply some stress to that up there. And then I want to do this. Ooh, it just tell me I did too much of it. Too much, too much. So I need to back up some. I'll come right back to this one. There we go. And now she's good. So then we actually leave this right here. We don't move it at all. It stays right in place, not going nowhere. And then, but this one does move forward. See, Blender's going to make it slide. You have to go to the 10th frame, or in between the middle frame, just to fix that. If you want to. Most people don't care about the slide, but I kind of do. Plus, I come back also, and I'll snag this bone real quick, and then I'll raise up. Boom. And then it makes up for it. And it's kind of like a repeat process from there. In fact, now that this part's created, I kind of just copy and paste, in a sense. Boom, 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 and then boom. But we do have to create this part. No, wait, no, my mistake on that. You can't actually do it like that. If you was doing a game, you could do it like that, but unfortunately, I'm using a rooted eye case method, is what I like to call it, so I can't do it like that. So I have to actually keep going. But for a simple game design, yeah, go ahead and do it like that. Don't copy me on that part, though. This part, however, you can copy. Boom. Just like that. Fix the feet. And it just stays right there. It doesn't move. And then we'll go this one forward. And then same principle again. You come in between the middle right there, and you catch it. Incorrect. Along with giving a small jumpy to the foot movement. I do notice something quite awkward going on here. Super awkward. So, yeah, and that's gonna ruin the render too if I don't fix that. I don't even understand how that's possible and how that's working like that. But I can fix it by doing a little bit of this. There, a little tiny drop, and boom. One, two. Let's do one more. Just one more step forward. Because honestly, we don't have to do that much, in my opinion. All we only need to see is if her deformities are going to animate correctly with her. The first test it did, but that wasn't so much of a weird basic test. But I did like the results, but I need to see just how solid they are for now. So yeah, that's the whole point of it. A little bit of a oomph, jump, a little bit of a skip or something like that. Every human being does something like that when they're taking a step forward. Boom. All right. I'm not even gonna worry about the fingers. I'm just worried about the hands and the arms. So because the arms are also gelatin, but not the hands. See, what I did is I used a pin group. I made the head, the feet, and the hands pins, and that's all it did. We need this one forward like this, and of course I will have to rotate just because. Turn that to local real quick. I like working with local on this kind of details. Now I can't go back to global though when I switch to that, so move this back, and boom. We have to create that one more time, and then we just kind of copy and paste it from there. Wait, did I do what I was supposed to do there? That needs rotation saving too, so I shouldn't forget that. Ouch, that looks painful. I really need to figure out how to set these settings back to normal. Okay, that's good enough for me. Like I said, I'm not doing any finger work. I just want to test if this can the gelatin can move animate with the body or not. That's all I care about. Well, I bet it can too. Right there. Now, you still have to go in the middle for them. It's not going to look right. But all you have to do is just drag it down. And boom. It solves itself. You have to do the same thing, though, on the other side. So it's best to go ahead and, what I would do is, I would take these two, take this first one, go to the next, boom, copy and paste this, go in between the middle here, and then just fix it. Do it like this, so I can get both at the same time. And yeah. Looking pretty good actually so far. Hmm. 30. So it's 90. Okay, so I think it would look like, I think it would be these. Yeah, it would be them. I do apologize if y'all hear any noises in the background. There's dogs barking outside. Yeah. Maybe I need to come to a stop. You know what? Yeah, I'll come to a stop. 110. Well, I would actually say 120. A little bit of a slow drag. Still working in fives though. Still working in fives. Like don't like you would not break off like the 5, 10, 15, 20 mark. It really helps you out to work like that. So what I'm gonna do, like I'm actually gonna move this forward and equal with that one leg. Boom. And even straighten this out. We just need to make sure. I knew it. Fix that leg back. None of those weirdness. I forgot to do some stuff, didn't I? Go back to 90. Yeah, I forgot to do that. That's good right there. Everything looks like it's supposed to. And last but not least, we just relax the arms. Too much relaxation. There we go. Turn on this locally. It's kind of grossish. That's okay. We're gonna fix that because it's gonna move back anyways. It has to. Just like so. Local still turned on. I would advise turn it back on global on that one. And then just kind of rest her arms. Yeah, kind of rest her arms. Looks good. Looks good. Now I just gotta. I'm gonna save this. Jelly walk test. Jelly walk. Jelly walk test. We'll call it jelly walk. Jelly walk. Anyways, I'm back to being serious. Back to being serious. So now I want to just examine the word. Matter of fact, we'll do this. I do want to animate these, and luckily I only have to turn on local for these because they have the gelatin going on too. Honestly, I need to create some poses for them one day, like because I want to be able to fully animate these creatures like this. Like I'm just gonna have them do a thing where they're about to come to a complete rest, and it takes maybe 1 second, no, 2 seconds to come to a complete rest. Nah, I'm gonna actually do it like that. Just clear all, and then boom. Wrong one. Boom. Rotation. Alright, now that fixes it. And if you ask me, that's good enough. We done enough there. Uh, Now that that's resolved, we can go ahead and start messing with the jelly physics again, and even the hair dynamics. The jelly, turn that back on. Hang on a sec, y'all. Alright, anyways. That's the wrong thing. Turn that back on. And then wings, turn those back on too. Turn it all back on. And then we're gonna do. I'm gonna mess with the cache from 1 to 120, and the reason why is because that's all I want baked. It usually takes a minute to bake, so if you just happen to be doing a really long scene, this would be the part where I would advise all other animators go find something else to do. Yeah, no matter what GPU you're rocking, because mine's a 3070 GPU. No matter what you're rocking, it's gonna be yeah. Blender don't compress things like games do. Something broke. Something broke. What broke? Oh dear, I knew that was going to happen. Something broke. Because it stopped right there and it ain't going any further. I gotta see what happened. Go on, cancel it. Go on, Blender, cancel it. Blender's just gonna be a minute. Okay, now I can see what it did, though. Yikes! Brother, what are you doing? Leave me. Something happened. I don't know what happened. Jelly pin, good. Object collisions and self collisions are there. Everything's at 0.001. Literally the exact same, literally the exact same stuff that she's using on hers. Why did it? Yeah, that's when it breaks. Oh dear. Stand by, we gotta get it back. Oh yeah, it's gone. Gone and mad. And it's coming right back. So now we just need to figure out what happened. We'll just dabble in its settings and see. Should be the exact same as what this one's is. Yeah, so far. Oh yeah, I did make a jelly pin for it, so yeah, we're good there. It's got 30 quality steps in the object collisions and self collisions. Did I turn the gravity off? Yes, I did. So there's no gravity either. I wonder what could have caused that. The rest of the body didn't do anything, so maybe we'll try a different approach. No, that'd be a terrible idea because it would. Hmm. Quality steps are at 30. Huh. I genuinely don't know what happened. Or do I? I don't. I don't know. Uh, that's a weird one. Cause this don't do it. Watch, I bet I can render it right now. I want to render it right now. We go straight to 1. Boom. Actually, just do that. Just do that for now. That might be the problem. And I might actually be able to solve that problem. So go to 120. Bake. There's one thing I do know for a fact. I have personally seen this in action work with a full animation. So that's why I'm kind of like baffled out by how the wings acted that just in there. So far, this one's good. So far, this one's very, very good. Oh, it's because of the collisions. Since they're both on self collisions, they might be colliding with each other. What does it look like? Oh, yeah. Yeah. I'm feeling it all right. I do actually like what I see there. Kind of weird, but oh well. It's supposed to have that liquid feel. So there we go, liquid. So now we're just gonna go all the way back to one again, and this time we are gonna turn back on the wings again. That was kind of weird, but we're gonna turn the wings on like this, but and then leave the hair alone. Don't mess with the hair either. Yeah, no hair dynamics. Wings. Same baking process from 1 to 120. Please don't break on me. Whoa. Whoa, what's happening? They're rendering faster? Did I turn it on? I had to have turned it on, right? Yeah, I turned it on. What the heck? Okay. Whoa there. I did not expect that. Maybe turn the pressure up some more. I don't know. I did not expect that. That looks so weird. Wow. Even I didn't see that one coming. Yeah, just some pressure settings. I'm gonna have to adjust. No big deal. But that's actually all I kind of wanted to see for now, and I'm gonna consider those test results a success. To those who were watching, thank you for joining, and to those who come stop by and watch and learn something, I hope you do learn something. By the way, and I'll see y'all again later. I'm stopping the stream now.